Yeah, I'm got to do that too. I got to contact them, let them know which ones are missing.
They're just having a conversation between themselves when I'm putting microphones on. It's all right. It's not a problem.
Oh, okay. Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I said that before the rolled intro. I said, "Oh, we're going live." Oh, yeah, no problems. And then I'm putting microphones on, and you're still having a nice little chat. No problem with that. About all the flavours. So there you go. Welcome to the UK Liquid Mixing Show. It is a Wednesday night, and it's time for a little bit of chat and a little bit of mixing. But put this light on so you can see me. That's better. So we have no Bill. He's gone for a nice little walk. It's probably about 18 holes. We're thinking it might go around again. He says it's quite a nice day, so yeah, and he might get a little bit of a dogging in between that as well. So we're not sure, but hopefully he might join in with us later on. But who you've got on is myself, Benny Vapes. You have got our own mixing guru, which is Graham Net Reality. We've got our own mixing detective, which is Liam Sherlock Holmes, and we've got our own mixing maestro, which is Advocate for Liberty Tim. Just make sure everything's on there.
He got it right in one try. I'm impressed.
I did, yeah.
Good
I
job.
Did. It's because I mentioned Bill.
Bill said you couldn't do it. I knew you could.
So if you are in chat, just look at the top and see if you're in Twat Chat. If you're not in Twat Chat, swap it over to live chat and you'll keep up with everything we are doing. And we're going to be Peachy Keen, Jelly Bean.
Bloody hate Peach.
I hate that duck. Pop up chat so we can see you. So hopefully tonight I've sorted out the bit where it blanks out messages, so I don't have to keep looking over and holding potential harmful messages in chat. I've just let you put what you want, so hopefully it should be all right. So yeah, what we're going to do first of all is we'll say to Liam, can you read out chat, please?
Yes, I can. In chat tonight we have Billy Lee Rice, Dave Lloyd, Fee, Ian Covenant, Vapor Bunny, Lady Liberty, the Vaping Snowman, Craig D, Kenny 2020, and I believe that is everybody so far. No, I've actually skipped half the chat. I'm just going through down to the bottom. We got Michael Meakin and Rocky Tooney. I believe that is actually everybody. If I missed anybody out, apologies.
Barry Jones, good evening.
The Thanksgiving pouring juice all over me, mod.
Oh, that's not good. I had that with. I decided to get the Fat Rabbit RTA out the other day. So I thought, I'll wick that up and give it a go. Took it to work. It lasted about 5 minutes before I put it in Dorwell and went, fuck that, I'm sick of getting juice all over my bastard hands.
Yeah, just covered in it.
Oh.
Yeah, I picked up a Fat Rabbit during, I think it was during Black Friday.
All right, yeah. The RTA.
Yeah, because remember I said on the last show that my wife was getting problems with the other one she had where she managed to actually melt the Alton chimney. So I picked up a Fat Rabbit and yeah, it worked like a dream, man. It hasn't leaked once.
It wick like a dream for the first couple of times, and then you'll get it and it'll piss out all over the place. Honestly,
I pick up a Fat Rabbit all the time.
Yeah,
she's in our cage at the moment, but yeah.
But yeah, with a Fat Rabbit, you'll wick it, you think you've got it right, and then suddenly it just pisses juice all over the place. It's not a Kenny said, "Learn to wick you, son of a bitch." Yeah, it's a bit like that. You think you've got it right, and then you think, "Oh, first vape, fantastic," and then suddenly it just goes and pisses juice all over the place. And I don't like the bayonet bottom. Too, it's a bit of a pain, to be honest with you.
Oh, that was a bit of a pain in the ass. That was a head scratcher. That was when I was trying to do it. It's like I can see the knurling, so I know. I'm sure it said quarter turn, and it's like it won't come apart.
Bill's never come apart. He did it once. He couldn't get it apart after that.
No, he couldn't get it apart again. He
gave it up. It was a bad job of throwing it in bin.
Yeah.
So, but it's a nice vape off of it. But the top and the bottom airflow is a bit shit. I shut the top off and just use the bottom. But yeah, I can throw it in bin. Simon Townend, you all right, my friend? So he says, Fat Rabbit stew is yummy. Don't say that to Tim. Shh.
I've had my share of rabbit stew. Lady Liberty that might chase you down for that one.
Michael Wake says, got a V3, that's good. Yeah, that's the Dead Rabbit RTA. V3 is supposed to be good. But yeah, the Fat Rabbit, it's nice, flavour's nice off it, but no, it's not for me.
The only reason I bought it was because it was gold and it matches the wife's mod, and it didn't have a stupid Elton chimney.
Yeah.
Shouldn't melt, but still did.
Yeah. That's what you get for putting big coils in.
Not 3mm coils.
Too big, 2.5.
They're 3mm coils, and she's vaping her at 80 watts. It's a 30mm tank. So it should cope with big builds.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
It's a stupid design.
Right. What we're going to do is go around and see what everybody's vape machine of choice is tonight. And we will start with Liam.
Yeah, I've only got the one tonight. I'm on the Deja Vu with the Aromomizer V2 on top. And in that, I am vaping on some custard I mixed up about 4 days ago. It's a clotted cream custard. It's like 4 or 5 ingredients. And on that, I will pass it over to Graham.
Okay, I'm on the Presley 200 with the Chrome Hill with Stop Leaking. It's only when you put it in and close the tank and it goes. And in that, I've got some grapefruit and ginger. And I'm on the Guar 21 with the Barrage on top. And in that, I've got some apricot eggnog.
Oh,
that sounds good. That sounds really
Well, it's
nice.
the eggnog recipe from before. I just stuck sesame apricot in at 0.5.
And you did say you're sick of peach, so you want the apricot instead.
I want apricot instead. And I've got the Kronos with the blank on top. And in that, I'm trying to make Aiden some spearmint.
Experiment.
Spearmint. I'm trying to. He's been moaning on about it and trying to get somebody to do it for a while. So I thought I'll give it a go. And it's tree balls
All right.
with the shell.
Oh,
Nice.
Adam,
It just
you all right?
needs a little bit of balancing, and it should be all right, ready to go for him.
Just
Probably
throw
a bit.
some extra sweetener in it, be fine.
No, I've got bubble gum in there,
All right.
and I need to bring the bubble gum down because I'm getting that Hubba Bubba taste, and I need to get rid of the. It's either change out the bubble gum that I've got for a more neutral bubble gum, and it's just finding the right bubble gum. So I got the trying out the Salubarone bubble gum, which I've got new in. See what that's like, and I'll pass it on to Tim.
I've got the extreme grape in this one, and the Nevermore on the sup box. Got the pumpkin cheesecake. I don't know the exact name of it. That's in the Titan on top of the Aegis Legend.
Only tiny overhang on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, just
Only a little bit of
yeah.
overhang on that one, yeah. And then I've got my blind mystery flavor one I made from before I even got my mystery flavor in from Bull City in the fog kit and with the fog tank, the magnetic tank. And that's going to be released on the 19th when we do the show. I'm going to release that to public so everybody can mix it if they want to. And then I got the GT4 on top of the Gruss, and in that I've got guava lemonade that I mixed up. And then I'm passing it to Benny.
Thank you very much. I don't mind a bit of guava. I like guava. It's quite nice. It's guava.
It's actually quite pleasant, yeah.
Yeah, I like a guava and thing. So I'm on the Gruss with the Arbiter 1, and in that I have got some of Unreal Raspberry Pink, which is a raspberry blueberry bubblegum. Blue raspberry bubblegum. From Dispergo. I'm also on the Aegis Solo with the Arbiter Solo, and inside that I've got Plum Job. I've also got the Basium with the Ripsaw, and inside that I've got some Cinema Vibes from Nevans. Not sure if he's releasing it or not. I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. So it's a little bit of a cheeky one. And also, I am on the. I kept calling it SXK. The SX. I did download. I'm going SXK. It's a fake. SX Mini, VI, and AIO, and inside that I've got some Gorilla Bar from Totally Wicked from Wicklicker. Which this one is, I think it's strawberry, kiwi, and melon inside that, which is not so. It's very heavy on the melon, not a lot of strawberry, and not a lot of kiwi. So, but it's not bad. This is quite nice. If you think about getting one, it's not bad. Reviews should be up, hopefully.
When I grow a pair of tits, I'll buy one.
Yeah. Do you know, right? I suppose, movie already. It's just an AIO with their stock coil. But, obviously, you get the adapter, and it just changed it totally. Because you get the adapter, and you can use it as a dot AIO. And that just changes it totally then. Because then it becomes a body tank. With theirs, it's just a cheap... It's an expensive pod kit.
More shit to buy.
And it is the longest shipping ever, but it does look like within the next few days I should finally get my my GUR. My GUR should finally be in. Yeah, my GUR and her Lost Faith, the Survivor series one. That I keep on trying to say I'm going to steal, and she says I can't.
Anna said best way to get polish off RDA after cleaning, probably put it through an ultrasonic cleaner or use some bubble stuff. But if you use polish on it, it's gonna be hard to get
polish,
it off.
You're probably going to have to literally polish it off.
I thought I'd done it and I still had to click show. So maybe I've got to refresh.
Of course, you're vaping your nutsack.
Yeah, I really don't know how to get polish off because I've never bothered polishing my IDs or anything. I just throw them in the ultrasonic cleaner and job done.
So
I mean, used to polish like my battle caps and stuff like that, like the bare metal ones, but only on the outside, not on the inside.
It says SXK Jenna, someone's going to be triggered. I'm all for it, aye. Oh dear.
I was on Twitch the other day, and Jay Hayes came up on Twitch, and there was about 15 people watching him. Arrest people as a policeman. He was going down this game as a policeman.
Right.
People.
So yeah, so if you're after a little butter thing, I saw that, and I got that fruit post the other day. That I got
Craig.
That's come, but I haven't opened it, set it up yet or anything. So that's it. Mark Robinson, hello to everyone. Hope you're all well. I'm listening, but not in chat. Take care, all. No problems. No problems. No problems at all. So what we're going to be talking about is a little bit, because everybody seems to be releasing peach. It seems to be peach month. I'm not sure why.
Because we had a peach episode of DX. Ever since then, you've seen peaches everywhere.
Yeah, it's just everywhere's got peach. It's gone peach mad. Do you know what I mean? So I just
that was a damn good episode too, by the way.
Yeah. So I just thought we'd go through. If you do fancy doing some peach recipes yourself, we'll go through what you can do with peach, what we could sort of boost it with, because peach can be a little bit harsh. You know, to tone it down and mellow it out a little bit before we talk about that. And if you didn't know where that peach keen jelly bean comes from, it's from Greece.
Yep.
Yeah. So we could talk about jelly bean as well. Jelly bean. Or we could talk about whatever you fancy. So have you all been well? Have you all enjoying the cold weather? It's fucking freezing.
Bloody cold.
It is cold.
Baltic. No, I'm still recovering from being ill last week.
Oh yeah, how are you? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm still recovering from being ill. I picked up that virus that everybody seems to be getting.
Loads of people are getting it. Was it that one where you're shivering, shaking, and cold, like a COVID, but not COVID? Yeah,
wife had it a week before me. She's on antibiotics now for a chest infection and an asthma pump because they weren't happy with her breathing. Right. But it seems to have gone down into my stomach.
Oh, right.
It's not It's nothing like you'd expect. It's just pain, literally
Huh?
pain in my stomach, constant.
It was
That
strange,
sucks.
wasn't
Yeah, I went to the doctors and he just said virus.
I watched Aliens this morning. It could be that.
that? Yeah. Scuba.
I woke up at 7 o'clock and I was like, "What shall I do?" I know I'll watch Aliens.
Oh, it's a bit random
7
at 7
o'clock in the morning.
Nothing like a good Christmas film to get you in the spirit, is it,
Yeah.
Graham?
Didn't they?
Uh,
They did a little skit thing, a Christmas skit where he comes out with a Santa Claus hat on. Remember that?
No, I don't think we got that here.
No, whenever I think of Alien, I always think it's the is it the scene in Spaceballs with the alien coming out singing "Hello, my darling, hello."
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
with the hat.
Yeah. There we go.
Hey, Scuba is saying Fastex closed down. So now what? 3FA.
3F.
Three of
3F's still there.
Yeah.
They'll all
Sourcemore.
go. We were talking about Everson.
Everson, I've ordered off them. I think that's where I got my Titan
Well,
from.
they've closed down the Chinese bit now.
They did too.
They're only doing Geek Vape, and they're only doing it from the USA warehouse.
Yeah,
Um,
3F is doing it through the bonded warehouse. But here's the thing: it ships out of New Jersey, but I've been waiting for 3 weeks for it to get to New Jersey from China.
yeah.
So you figure that one out.
Yeah, so there's a
Yeah.
few places that still be doing it in China. I know, what is it?
That's where my
ST were
GER's
on
coming
about
from.
it. Yeah,
That's
ST were on about it, that saying Fastex closing down. He said he'd been on Gearbest, and Gearbest have got no vaping stuff on there at all.
No,
Yeah.
from what I could gather though, China China were massively cracking down, wasn't they, on the vape?
Yep.
So I think it's going to start impacting. It might end up trickling down to 3F vape and
So they
and all
believe
the
it.
others too.
So they believe vaping is bad. So they will sell it to every other country in the world, but not in China.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, what is it? Haven't they've put a 38% tax on it. That's what,
and they'll keep pumping smog and pollution out from all of the factories anyway.
So yeah, so what we're now calling it is, as we've said, as the new show that's on, the late night steamer show. Just calling it steaming because vaping's dead. Steaming's the future, and the future's now.
Well, we're just talking about the Chemovatic. Chemovatic has now got a UK warehouse. So
There you go, Benny.
Yeah,
yeah, so Chemovatic's now got a UK warehouse selling nicotine. Mullenbury, all the Mullenbury flavors are on there, and the Chemovatic flavors are on there. So expect that to start filtering through to the retail sites, because I did a calculation because I used some of their flavors, and I put a liter in the Polish site. I put a liter in the UK site, and it's about 20 to 25% saving selling it in the UK.
right.
And plus, if you don't have to pay the duty when you come in as well. So expect more Chemovatic and Mullenbury flavors to start appearing in UK sites soon. Which is
Nice.
good. More
Yeah,
choice.
yeah,
I can live with
Because
that.
I've been noticing all the Mullenburys have been drifting off all the sites, and the Chemovatics are going to sell out.
Yeah, the limitation of the Chemovatics they had on Bull City was there's not that many. I got the whole line sitting right here next to me of
Yeah.
what they have available, which isn't much.
It's that, what is it? That company that we saw when we were in May that we won, that strawberry were banging.
I want
know-
the jungle. I want jungle flavors to put a warehouse in the
there you go.
UK.
I
want
want
to try
jungle.
that ultimate strawberry.
I want jungle flavors to change their name back to jungle flavors.
Oh, it's flavor jungle, is it now? Or
I really have no idea.
I can't
because
keep up with it. It feels like no matter where you order from, it's different.
all of a sudden, all of the flavors from Jungle Flavors that I was using on ELR changed to Flavor Jungle. Now I don't know whether that was part of the ELR issue or whether they have actually changed their name to Flavor Jungle, which is confusing considering there's actually a Flavor Jungle retailer in the States.
Yes.
And was it there's news that on I think it's October, Netherlands get rid of all their flavors. Been confirmed.
Oh, they confirmed it now. They did that before, though, didn't they?
confirmed it, yeah.
Right, well. It is what it is, innit? There's nothing you can do about it.
No.
You know, like I say, big money.
Yeah.
Exactly. Herbal cigarettes is the future.
I dealt with the same thing. Like, there's that company in New York, the one that Addie found those drops on. I went to go order from them because I was pick up a drop because she's like, yeah, I'll use a drop because they have decent flavor. So I went to go order a couple drops. They won't ship to here, even though they will ship to their own state, which is a banned state. But here it's not. It's banned, but not enforced in any way, shape, or form. It's a light ban. And they've even admitted at the hearings they can't do anything about it because they have no jurisdiction over the post office. So
Yeah.
So it won't ship to here, but they'll ship to their own state, which has got a hard ban.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, makes sense to me.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. Craig D saying ICOS is the future. The future is now.
The thing
Yeah.
is, you would have thought they would have learned by now from the war on drugs and the war and the prohibition and everything else. Banning stuff doesn't stop people from using
No,
it.
you can still.
No, it
get
just
You
makes
can
people
still-
want
if
it
you- if
more.
you want it, yeah.
It just drives it underground.
Yeah. If you want it, then you're gonna get it, aren't you? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's ways around it. There's ways you can get it. You know. So
Yeah,
these-
like Bill today at the ninth in the ninth green. He's about to get. I mean,
So yeah, so has anybody been mixing out anything out there? Have you been mixing anything? Like I say, I just thought that I'd seen people that were doing peach, so we'd have a word about peach. Favorite peach? Is it because obviously peach TFA and all that used to be really harsh on throat. It used to make you cough like mad. The peach, you could always tell when it got Capello or TFA in it. It'd be fucking harshness at the back of throat like someone's clawing at you.
I still reach for FA white peach with TFA nectarine.
Yeah, I put TFA nectarine in. Just
Yeah, still my favorite peach. I mean, I was talking to Graham and Tim before the show, and they were saying about JF honey peach. I think I'm probably the only person in the world that doesn't like that flavor.
Well, I followed out with it.
I found it really dry.
Mm.
And that was a problem with a lot of peaches is they were dry. They give
Yeah.
you that scratching feeling at the back of your throat.
Yeah,
like
it's-
someone's fucking clawing it like that.
Yeah, it's like they tasted the peach and thought, this skin is the best part of the peach. We're gonna make that.
We don't want it juicy.
It's like that. It's like that with melon. Let's have melon rind. What do you want, melon rind?
Yeah.
we're making a watermelon. We want that green part. That's the good part.
Yeah, let's
No,
do a
no,
poll.
no.
Let's do a poll. What's the favorite thing about peach? Everybody loves the fuzz. Let's put the fuzz in there.
Yeah, we can't. It's not peach if it doesn't have fuzz. That's how we tell it from an apricot, right there. It's got the fuzz.
Billy's got the as the king. Billy, all right. He's got the king and the prince from Regent's Line. It's not bad, very strong, but nice in little bits. Great. He says, "Guess what? Hey guys, guess what? Royal Mail delivered me a parcel today. Madness." Yeah, but yeah, like I say, it's like because when you get a peach and it's nice and say I like it too. I don't like it too juicy if I have a peach. No normal peach. I don't like
That's
none of the
because it
fruit.
just goes everywhere.
Yeah, I don't like really soft fruit. I like it quite hard and crunchy, but they still don't taste like peach to me.
No, see, I like quite a juicy peach. But when I'm thinking of e-liquid, I want a juicy peach because you're not going to bite into it and it's not going to go everywhere. So
If anybody hasn't watched the noted peach episode, our favorite was from all of us but one who tastes weird shit anyway. Daniel, sorry, I love you, but you got a weird taste buds. But we all actually agreed. Here we go. Timestamp it. It's the VSO Raw was actually the most authentic,
Because it's
and it was a
gonna
nice
be
juicy
fucking
peach
raw.
with a slight little bit of the fuzz to it, but it's actually really like a whole peach, the
Yeah,
best one of the bunch.
I think you have to have that very very slight fuzz in there.
Yeah,
Just
slight.
so-
But it doesn't have
just-
to be like honey peach. Honey peach is just like, yeah, you took that velvet and rubbed it down your throat a few times.
Yeah, I think that's where the harshness from a lot of peaches come from. It's they've gone a little bit overboard on that chemical that gives that fuzz. which gives you the harshness.
It's weird how they can actually make you taste the fuzz in a liquid. Like it really feels like you have your tongue feels like it's got that fuzz coating it. It's weird.
Well, I would expect if it's naturally extracted from a peach, it's going to taste better than a chemical peach,
Yeah.
innit? Do you know what I mean? There's no ifs or buts about it.
Peachy wee Kyle.
Oh, yeah, pervs.
I like the Wonder Flavors peaches and cream.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and,
actually pretty good.
And the
you got to
peach
use
pie.
that really high.
Yeah,
That's in,
that's the only drawback.
And Lumi's Wonder Shot. It's got the peaches and cream and the oatmeal cream, oatmeal cream cookie in it. That's all it is. That's a really good one shot. It's just the two flavors and Wonder Flavors. It's delicious. But she was talking about doing another rendition and adding a little bit of a different oatmeal that you guys probably don't want to talk about.
Is it someone from a cult?
Yeah, well, according to you, yeah.
Oh, well, we wouldn't have guessed that, would we?
If he ever brings that over to England, he's just
It's going to
call it
sell
the
like
cult
hotcakes. Everybody
flavours.
wants it.
You just call it cult flavors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
And Benny says no. Now it comes over there, and he's going to be like, "Yeah, look what I got!
I've got to
This
have all
whole
back
wall
here, I've got to have
behind
all
me.
on the
Look at
shelf,
it
yeah."
all."
I actually got to the stage with peaches. I thought, well, what's the point of peaches when you've got nectarines?
Because you need
Yeah.
the
And
fuzz.
I tried it on someone. I told it. I did a mix for someone and sent it to them, and because they're after a peach,
Zip it.
I
Is
sent
it?
it to them. Didn't give them a recipe or anything, and I said, this is, it's a ripe peach. It wasn't a ripe peach. It was nectarine, and they said, "Oh, that's the nicest peach I've ever tasted." That's because it's a nectarine.
Yeah, they taste very, very similar. That's why I use the
They do.
TFA
The
nectarine
juiciness
with the
of them
FA
is the
peach.
same. It's just that fuzz. That's the only real difference between nectarine and a peach is the fuzz.
Yeah. Kenny says peaches are what I call cupboard fillers. Even if you have no shopping, everyone has a tin of peaches in cupboard.
I've got a tin of peaches in the, and
That's
I
actually
don't think I've
true.
opened it for over a year and a half. It's been sitting in the cupboard.
That'll be
I
fine
can
for
see
another
Grand
With the
5 years now. Do
mandarin-
peaches go bad?
with
This
the
one's only 9.5
mandarins.
years
Some
old.
mandarins, yeah, fucking mandarins. Another one that you have in cupboards. Fucking mandarins. Oh.
And a tin of carnation milk.
But the thing is, it's an apocalypse. You're going to have something to eat, aren't you? Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
If suddenly aliens come down and blow thing up, you can always go to a cupboard and get your peaches and nectarine, your peaches and your mandarins.
And if,
out
they,
and
if
have
they've
them
gone
with
bad,
some
you
peas.
throw them at the aliens. There, still win.
I noticed the other day that we got the carnations condensed milk. They actually do a caramel now. So they've actually taken just that one really complicated step out of having to boil it in the tin to actually turn it into
They
caramel.
boiled it in a tin
And you
before
just
you
buy
gave
the
it.
caramel.
Yeah,
You blew it.
yeah, you can get it for Aldi. Aldi and Lidl do quite nice carnation cream.
You see what they do? If you notice, you peel off the label on that tin, and that tin will have this nice rainbow effect to the tin can. I wonder how that happened.
yeah, they've been boiling it on the stove. So yeah, like I say, we peach. So would you put nectarine in with it, like say, to juice it up a little bit, use them both?
Standard, yeah.
I'd say yes in most cases, definitely.
The other one you could do is the apricot.
Apricot.
Tiny but the thing is, a lot of the apricots are dry, so
Yeah.
it just dries out the peach.
I
Yeah.
did
Wonder
that
Flavors is pretty good. That's not too dry. The Emerdine.
Yeah, that's a good apricot as well. But adding that extra into your peach, like the TFA nectarine, stops you from pushing that peach up just that little bit too high as well, which then scratches all the back of your throat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just like I say, it just seems to be that now you sort of. I think when, like I say, back in old days, it was just peach. It was just, and everybody hated it. And now it seems more mellower now. Do you know what I mean? And probably because people are learning that you can't just put a peach in.
I'm
it'll be
just
a
looking
peach.
at
You could
my
always
peach.
use the peach rings, Wonder Flavors. That'll take away some of your issues with your
I've
with
got
your
it down here. My favorite peach for a while was an Oera. peach. That was really kind of sharp and juicy.
Oh, Dave,
I
Dave, he's
forgot about
he put a Nom Noms order in today.
Yep.
Oh, should have contacted me before you did it.
Never contact Graham before you do it. Your list will get longer and longer and longer. And also, Graham's idea of a peach gummy is just gummy is just throw a bunch of bubble gum at it.
Oh, nom noms.
And don't forget anyone putting in an order in the UK as well. I believe last postage for second class is the 12th of December.
Yeah, I saw that they had some kind of restrictions going on. What's all that about?
They're on
No,
strike.
they
They're striking, mate.
They do it every
Striking.
year. We got certain days last postage just before December, so they can sort of guarantee Christmas delivery. But I don't think they're guaranteeing that anymore anyway, because they're so backed up because of the strikes and Black Friday and everyone ordering stuff for Christmas now that it's just taking forever to get stuff.
Yeah, I saw that they had the strike days or whatever. It's kinda,
Yeah, we've got loads of strikes going on, mate. We've not just got post office, we've got ambulance, we've got nurses, we've got trains. Country's in for.
What is it? Time for the budget changes? Is that what it is?
Well, they're all wanting. Obviously, cost of living's gone up.
Cost of
They're
living.
wanting more money. Do you know what I mean? So, everybody's.
I believe it was. As I saw it on Noms, they actually give you the strike dates.
Yeah. A lot of them are sending them out now.
When you load into Noms, the first thing it'll tell you is the strike dates about the shipping. Said it might be delayed because of these dates.
Yeah, no, it's just everywhere. So I've had that. I ordered that from I Fancy One at the Black Friday, and it came this Monday. And usually it'd be here in like 3 or 4 days, and people are not getting the stuff and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it comes to something when one or two things I've ordered have actually come via Hermes.
Ivari, Iviari, whatever it's fucking called.
Every or something, whatever.
They changed his name. They changed his name. They're still a shit.
But I mean, that's actually arrived quicker than Royal Mail, which is saying something.
Yeah. So we're just turning me eating up. My feet are freezing.
Although, Dave, if you're really looking to spend any extra checks you get, contact Graham for your next Noms order. You'll be fine.
Yeah, don't let Graham.
You won't have any excess money at all. You'll be fine.
Yeah. You'll be well and truly stocked up on concentrates that you don't need.
Yeah.
No, the best concentrates that you don't
That
know
you're never
about.
going to use.
or all the concentrates that Bill will tell you don't taste like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
How many now is that lately? Like 3 or 4 of them lately. He's pointed out to you. They don't taste right. This is this. This is this.
So, if we're going to do a peach jelly bean, are we going to use Wonder Flavors jelly bean or?
They do the best jelly beans. Well,
Right. And if you're doing peach jelly bean, you're already part way there with peach rings. I'd start with that. Peach rings, and then just add a little bit of a shell to it.
I would use the cotton candy jelly bean.
Yeah.
Yep. I was thinking that would work pretty good.
Yeah, no, I knew you.
I think
I knew you were going to say.
There's
I
not
knew you was going to say Wonder Flavors cotton candy jelly bean. I knew you were going to say that.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, Wonder Flavors do some of the best candy flavors.
They do. Now, do you add anything to thicken up the shell, though? To make the shell a little bit.
You could add a little bit of F.A. Oba.
I was going to say Oba Oba is what I was thinking, too. Little Oba Oba, peach rings, and cotton candy jelly bean. You pretty much got it.
I asked that in our chat, didn't I? Beginning of the week, was it? Beginning of last week. What percentage do you use Oba?
35%, just for you, Graham.
Yeah, it started low at like 0.5.
Yeah.
And then build it up.
Yep.
If you
Yeah,
need to.
because you're not going to need a lot for a jelly bean. You just need a little. You're not looking for a hard shell.
Oba is a good flavor, but I found it doesn't play well with everything.
No. I have found a few things it kind of clashes with.
Yeah.
Zippy's just put in Oba Oba.
Oba Oba.
Hey, Mowgli.
In fact, Zippy's and Liam talked me into getting Oba Oba for the first time.
It's a good flavor.
It is. It's
Does
definitely
it
worth
just give
it
you
for
the
work.
shell over then? Is that just the shell?
Yeah.
What's it?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a Smartie shell.
All right, right.
So you use a little bit of that, and it should enhance the shell that's already in the cotton candy.
Yep.
And the only reason for the cotton candy jelly bean is one, you got the sweetness from the cotton candy, which obviously would work really well with the candy. Plus, it's the only neutral-ish jelly bean that's out there.
Yep. And it's got the consistency of a jelly bean. That's the best part.
Yeah.
I remember when they were asking on Facebook, Wonder Flavors, what would people like to see next?
Yeah, I
And some
tried that
people
one
asked
too,
for
and I was zippy
neutral
'cause you-
jelly bean, and I was just underneath going, "This is what you need. Forget all the other flavors. Have a neutral one so we can just play with it."
Yeah. So you can put in other things and mess around with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Zippy
That'd
saying hard candy by Flavor West. Flavor West used to do really good candies because that's what
Hard-
they were known for, wasn't it? Flavor
I've got
West?
hard candy by Flavor West. It's very fruity.
The hard candy can be a little bit hit and miss sometimes as well because you push your up that little bit too high and you get a mouthful of hairspray.
All right.
It tastes like
perfumery.
it tastes like hairspray.
Right.
But it's more. It works more for your hard candies.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of the like the little sweets that
oiled
we can
sweets.
buy. Yeah, the old sweets works more like for those. I think it's a little bit too hard for a jelly bean.
I was just
Right.
thinking the same thing. It is a little bit more like not almost like hard candy, like literal hard candy shell versus like that gummy shell you're looking for. But if you don't have Oba Oba, it'd probably be one of your better
Yeah,
options.
give it a try.
Red, you all right? Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it's just a few ideas because, like I said, jelly beans are quite nice. People, you always want a mixture of jelly beans, don't you? Gummy
just
candy,
rich.
Swamp Thing says. Gummy candy.
Gummy candy, yeah. Which gummy candy?
Maybe he's asking for a gummy candy.
Oh, gummy candy. There's a lot of Wonder Flavors has a whole array.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
they're all flavored. That's the thing.
They are,
that's
flavored.
They are all
Virtually
flavoured, yeah.
every gummy that you get is flavored. You just want something with a really low flavor in the gummy, so you can.
Capella
override it.
Capella jelly candy. I'm pretty sure it's Capella jelly candy.
I believe that is what it is.
That's
I believe I have it.
that's a neutralish gummy. It's leans more towards pectin as opposed to
Leans more towards what?
pectin.
Pectin.
What the fuck's pectin?
It's what they put in the
Yeah, Capella jelly
sweets.
candy. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, it is Capella jelly candy.
You know those metal tins of jelly sweets that you can buy, Benny.
No, I'm not that posh, mate. I'm from Yorkshire. We don't buy tins of fucking sweets. Buying them in bag, it's cheaper.
They can't
So
make
if
it there like Yorkshire pudding. They don't make it.
So one thing saying peach gummy candy.
Yep, peach gummy
Yeah.
candy is really good. That's what we were talking about. Peach gummy candy. You add that, add a little shell to it, maybe a little bit extra jelly bean like texture with the you'd have it with the 3.
Would that work with a jelly bean, but it won't work with a cream, would it? Putting peach jelly candy, and it won't really work with if you want
The
it
cream
to
actually
cream.
takes away from the jelly. It's really hard. You'd almost need something to bump the jelly. I noticed when you add creams to it, it's not like if you have a jelly candy, it's got the cream to it. You don't get that in the vape. It doesn't come through because it takes the jelly away when you add the cream. It like softens it.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. If you're going to use it, you're not going to use peach jelly candy, are you, for the peaches and cream?
Yeah, feed the raspberry jelly from the Flavor Smiths. That's got a true pectin flavor.
No, see, if you wanted peaches and cream, you just do Wonder Flavors peaches and cream. 8% bit of sweet done.
Yep.
Yeah, Salubrome does a pectin on its own. Just a pectin concentrate.
They do?
Right.
Is it good?
But it's not called pectin. It's called the chemical name. I had to Google.
called the chemical name. I'll look up the chemical name.
Yes, can we everybody have a look on Soberome's website and look for the chemical name?
The chemical
Please.
name, yes.
I'll have a see what it's called.
Is it actually a good pectin? Because I've been searching for that. Because trying to make a proper jelly, you don't get a proper jelly in most cases. A lot of times it tastes kind of gummy-ish.
So one thing saying he used to use pectin in sauces at work. Or Eok.
Yeah. Uses it to
Eok.
it thickens stuff up. We used to use pectin in different sauces and stuff too.
I've never even heard of pectin.
You never canned yourself, did you?
No. Fee's saying they use it to make jam.
Yep. Pectin's what they use to make jams and jellies.
So does it give you that jelly? So if you use that pectin, would it give you that jammy sort of jelly?
The jelly jam, that's what they
use.
use in it. That's what makes
Right.
the jelly. That's what
Right.
that's why it's different. Like a lot of times you get like a gummy flavor from what they call a jelly, and that's the difference. It's not pectin, it's the gummy. It's like more, it's a different style.
Right. Never even heard of it.
We got Swaggy working on the pectin.
It's fucking
because
cool,
of that
isn't it?
reason.
It's a
Because of that
concept.
reason though.
No,
But if he's
I-
got
no,
Graham's
but
got one,
the-
I'll use it.
The thing is, I was watching it the other day. I was watching a couple of the American streams the other day, and I can understand why VSO is so popular because somebody will call out something in chat,
And he'll make it.
And
and
they'll
he'll
make
make
it.
it by he'll make it for the next week for you.
Oh, he did that with the chocolate strawberry for us. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he made it in the while the show.
Well,
was on, didn't he?
technically, he made it so we could make it. We couldn't even get it in time. We had to literally make the flavor.
And to have somebody reacting as much as that for flavor,
That's
Oh, yeah,
impressive.
definitely,
is
yeah.
amazing.
He's working on the egg roll too. The one that the egg roll we've been all wanting to get back. The what is it? It starts with,
1-on-1, is it egg roll?
not 1-on-1. The starts with H, I think.
Hanson.
Hankson.
It's the one that Daytime
something.
Frank used. He
But
was after
DeMillan actually sent him
cannelloni.
some so he can actually kind of try and make it again, so we can still have it because it hasn't been available for a while. What's
it
the
says
name of this?
use-
The chemical thing? I can't find it.
It is methylated polyglyceric acid. Never heard of it. Says Tony Lawler. That's a chemical name. for it.
Methylated what? Oh, right there it is. Tony. Yep,
Polygalatronic.
Tony.
Polygalatronic.
Galactironic.
Yeah.
There you
Acid.
go.
This is a real flavor.
I've just put into the chat. That's all the chemical names for all the flavors. I took one look at that list and just went no. But the great thing about it was, say if you have like two flavors and you double up on the flavors, you could always go to that list and go, well, I'm doubling up on the acid, I'm doubling up on this, I'm doubling up on. So you can balance your juices more, right? If you want to go down that really complicated kind of route, or just
But does it work doing that? Would it work with
It does
having
work.
chemical
Well, that's how big flavor houses do it.
Right.
Well, just so you know, at least in ELR, you can't look at look up the full
Yeah.
name. It doesn't show up. So
Can he identify as a polyglyceric?
there you go. There you go, Kenny. That's all right.
Woke.
Yeah.
Didn't know Kenny was woke.
No, he's
Health,
not. He's
health cabin. That's it.
polygalactironic.
I knew it starts with H. Health cabin. The health cabin egg roll. And
That's
DeMillan
the
sent
one.
him some so he can actually try and
But
work
there
on
was
it.
another egg roll out, wasn't there? 1-on-1, because the Daytime Frank was after.
It was, but the health cabin's the one that everybody loved.
Michelle?
Not for egg roll, but for like an additive to your mixes that gave you like a nice edge.
Hmm.
See, I always picture BSO, right? I always picture Swaggy, mad scientist,
Oh, that's true.
just laughing maniacally while he just drops an egg roll into PG and just leaves it there for a couple of weeks. And that's how he
Yeah.
extracts the flavour.
Rings it out at end.
Yeah,
You know,
it was egg flavour.
I could vision this, and it wouldn't be far off of what I actually can envision with this Swaggy.
Like that. Oh, what can we put in this PG this week to put a bit of chocolate in.
Oh,
Bit
someone
strawberry.
wants the flavor of Benny. We got Benny socks.
Yeah.
Let's let that steep for a little while. It's been steeping long enough, believe.
Yeah. If you smelt my ass today, I'd been steeping long enough. Bloody hell. Jeez. I let one go in B&M's and I had to walk away myself.
Oh, you guys have a Walmart's over there and anything like that?
Well, we did
Asda.
have it. We're called Asda, but it's no longer called. Walmart fucked off and sold it to
Okay,
someone else.
we went to Walmart the other day. We're in the grocery section, walking through, and this woman walks by and gives us stops for a second, blocking the aisle. Then she finally walks by, but she gets this weird like side cross smile smirk. Like that was weird. Walk through. Oh my god, she cropped us to the aisle so bad. It was like, oh, we were gagging for 3 aisles. I mean, we almost threw up. It was horrible, horrible.
Yeah,
That woman is evil.
That's what I did today. I walked along and I went, no one around, and I walked off, but it follows you, doesn't it? So every aisle you go down, I think, fucking hell, it stinks down here.
Well, she blocked it so we couldn't get by until after she let it loose. It's like you,
Richard.
Oh,
yeah, it was bad. So there, I just made you guys all hungry.
Kenny says he were in B&M today. Some guy with blonde hair shattered in front of him. Probably me, mate. Probably me.
Did he look a little like Benny from behind?
Yeah. If you see me walking like that with tight cheeks, trying to hold it in so you don't fart, then fuck it, let it go.
And then you hear a whistler. Yep.
Yeah. So has anybody been working on alt in chat? Has anybody been doing any flavours? Any mixing? I know Dave had done a few because we were talking to him on Monday night.
Yep.
Yeah,
I saw that.
You've done a few little mixing.
I did a little bit of mixing, and my wife has found a Christmas juice.
All right, go on.
Ooh,
So
nice.
It's an apple pie.
Oh, right, yeah.
Just an apple pie, and she said, I'm vaping that for Christmas. But I'm not going to share it because I don't want to upset Graham.
all right.
Hip hop. All right, my friend.
What did I make?
And my custard, I Christmased it. I added some cinnamon into it just to make it a bit Christmassy.
All right. Richard has found my some strawberry and kiwi, man. It's good. Thank you, guys. No problems. No problems. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, the one I made for Christmas, I've only got a quarter of it left.
All right. What did you make? Which one was that one that you
I
made?
made that one that we made on the show. I made 100 mils of it. The
Yeah, which one?
variation of the top ELR recipe. I'll find it when I post it.
I made a peppermint mint arrow #arrow. First attempt at the arrow, and it's pretty close.
Are we saying
Okay.
arrow or arrow?
Arrow bars, as in arrow bars, as in
Arrow with the holes in them.
arrow bars.
Or
Yes.
arrow, yes.
That one that we made on the show with chat,
All right. Yeah.
and it's really really nice. I've actually demolished it, but I was getting a little bit tired of the slightly dirty tobacco note in, so I just removed that. What did I put instead?
Oh, we've got a latecomer.
I'll put that in
Eggnog.
chat. There we go.
Hip Hop says freezing. Yeah, it's cold tonight, mate. My feet are flipping falling off. Gonna have to
Hey,
start
you'll
wearing
like this
socks
too,
now.
Benny. I'll show this to you because look, no cult flavors for you.
Hey, Bill.
So I got chocolate mousse SSA at 1.5, creme de menthe flavora at 1, glamour chocolate mullenberry at 1, super sweet berlin at 1, whipped cream 1 on 1.25. That actually worked really well for what it was. I actually wound up raising that a little. White chocolate flavora at 1. No, that actually I raised the white chocolate. Whipped cream I said the same. That gave it a little bit of the airiness. The only thing I might do here is I might add a I might wind up adding a, I think it's which one of the peppermints? One of the peppermints. What's a creamier peppermint? I forget. Cap, right?
Cap
Cap
is,
peppermint
yeah,
the one
but
that
you've got to
was-
use it quite high. That's the one.
Yeah, I
put
just
on
want
Aiden's
to touch
one.
of peppermint in there because you're getting the creme de menthe well, but there's a little lack of peppermint as compared to the bar. You don't get quite the same.
Yeah.
It's just slightly off.
I've had it. I started at 3 with the peppermint. This is spearmint I was using, or not with peppermint.
And shout out for that anyway. #arrow bar for the peppermint menthe arrow bar. That's going to
Alright,
be
Tim,
the next challenge.
that's
Is
good.
try and get a better recipe than what I'm just throwing out a couple and just try and see if you can become more authentic. Even if you're close, I mean, I'll gladly mix them up. It'll be fun.
Yeah, if anyone wants to do a mint aero bar, send it through to Tim. He'll mix it up. If you've got any ideas.
Yeah, that's it. The OY4 I changed out for Chantilly cream at 2%.
All right.
Shout out to Dave, by the way. He sent me those from Canada because we can't get them here.
So Billy Lee is. I was starting my mixing journey in the new year. We'll be buying all my supplies and equipment for myself for Xmas. At the moment, I'm reading up and watching lots of videos and shows. So basically, if you are starting off, don't go down the rabbit hole like a lot of people do and buy 20 million flavours. Don't do it. Don't do it. Buy yourself some cheap scales. That's your best way you're going to do it. They don't have to be really expensive. You can get some drug dealer scales if you want, something like that. They're only like £7 or £8.
Yeah.
You know,
Just a little bit more. You can get the one that has the calibration in it.
Yeah, you can calibrated ones. Just get some cheap scales to start off with.
Get a load of 2Ps.
Yeah. So just get yourself some cheap scales, some cheap bottles, your PG, VG, your nicotine, and then pick a recipe that you like. So a flavour profile you like Richard did. He wanted strawberries and kiwi, and that's what he picks, and that's what he's mixed up. So go for something that you like. And then maybe try a couple of flavours from, if you want a strawberry, try strawberry from Capella, TFA. Do you know what I mean? Get a couple of them and then get a couple of creams that you might think you like. But don't go out and think, I want this cream, this cream, this cream, this cream, this cream. Because by the time you finish, you've got an ordering of about £350.
I got a great idea for you to start. Just look for one of Liam's recipes and mix up one of those to try and start and get some of the ingredients he has. Don't follow Graham because he'll send you on this magic carpet ride. You'll wind up spending thousands before you're done.
What I do, as the guy said, is find a profile that you want. Find a well-known mixer that has that type of profile. Then mix it up, and then once you've mixed it and you're enjoying it, then start messing around with the recipe. To use the strawberry example, as they've used TFA strawberry. I'm going to try Capella sweet strawberry in this. See what it does.
Yep.
And just don't forget your super.
Or Shisha and Awara is another one that if you like a little more candied strawberry.
Yes, but only do one swap at a time.
Yep.
Don't swap too many. Don't swap too many at once. And as Graham says, if you're only just starting on this journey as well, super sweet.
Yes.
Super
Should we
sweet.
go for rhubarb? Should we love a rhubarb as well?
And then bring yourself down.
Yeah. Should we like a rhubarb? That's what she's thinking. So you want a rhubarb compote in it?
Rhubarb compote.
Rhubarb compote. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very harsh. If you want a harsh rhubarb in Awara, but I wouldn't recommend that. Salubarone rhubarb is great.
Chef used to do a really nice rhubarb, but I have no idea what.
A rhubarb compote, if you want that kind of cooked rhubarb.
Which is typically
very easy to use and mix with.
Yeah.
Not many people really go with the raw rhubarb flavor, so the compote makes more sense. I mean,
yeah, the Inawera rhubarb, as Graham said, it's good, but it's very green. It's more like a raw rhubarb, and it's very strong as well.
But how I did it was say if you're after kind of like say a rhubarb and kiwi flavor, go to Noted, have a look. Noted DIY or Dies Noted. Have a look at the rhubarb. It'll be like 1.5 hours on all the rhubarbs that you can get. Go to the comments. And in the comments, there's a guy called Who Is, I think it's somebody new now. And they'll list timestamps from beginning to end. At the end, it's normally the top 5. They have
Linda does it now for us.
The best of right at the end. And they're all timestamped, and just click and just work to the top 5 and see if that's the one that you want. And then do the same with the kiwi. Do that.
Yep.
I think Craig's in a time warp. I think because he's just saying now that all Wonder Flavors gummies are flavored. I think he's about an hour behind us.
He might have actually came in and hasn't refreshed the thing to the beginning.
Hip hop, it's all sorted. I bought a server.
But yeah, the That's a good idea. The timestamps are a great way. Somewhere in there will be timestamps of all the different flavors. If you're curious about a flavor to a flavor house, it's a good way to find out whether or not it's worth getting.
And Craig D fell up a ladder. I don't know how I did that.
Fell up a ladder?
Yeah. Dave Lloyd's trying to make a Kinder Bar 15 ingredients later.
Yeah, you know what though? That was a tasty damn rendition. It really was.
And Bill, apparently Hip Hop's got them scales, are they? And Tony Law, I think, said that they're 501 scales. He did before
Yeah.
they retracted the message.
Yeah, they're fine.
Um,
The only thing on flavors is yeah, you can go watch stuff and listen and do whatever else, but eventually what it's going to get down to is what your taste buds like.
Yeah.
That you'll find mixers that's taste buds kind of mixed with yours.
Yep.
And you'll find others where a mixer's taste buds maybe don't quite mix with yours.
I mean, if you're
it's
kind
a little
of
trial and error, but it's the best way to get into it is find the ones that are most of the ones that you're going to get recommended by mixers are going to be ones that more people have tried and done. You can go out and just say, oh, well, there's one and pick it, and it may be total crap. So
Bill has a list of those flavors. Is there a bunch of
yeah,
them right
yeah,
behind
he's got
him?
rid of a few of them flavours
Yeah,
over his
yes.
time.
basically, pretty much stay away from Liquid Barn. That's what,
Yeah.
unless it's ice cream. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I'm sorry.
I would agree with you there, Bill. Yep.
it's like rhubarb. There are quite a few rhubarb flavors out there, but only a handful of them are good.
Like I said, Chefs did a really nice rhubarb. Really,
yeah,
really nice.
I think that one might have been a Cupcake World one, but I
Right.
don't know.
I don't know. It was a nice rhubarb. It was really, really nice. It wasn't harsh. It was quite.
Yeah, that's right.
Sweet.
Tell them about something that used to be there.
Yeah, it
That's
used to be. Yeah, it used to be able
Yeah,
to
it
get
was
it.
You go down to the old gas station where it used to be, and you turn right. You know.
It's like
Yeah.
some brands have got a better reputation than other brands,
Yeah.
but then there's flavors within those brands that have a good reputation that aren't great either.
And
Yeah.
there's flavors within the same brand that will not have a good reputation. And
It's like Flavora rhubarb does not taste like rhubarb; it tastes like hay.
yes,
Do you have anything at DIYFlavorChasers.co.uk?
Well,
that
I was
is
just-
rhubarb?
Well, they didn't there. Well, they
I haven't
didn't
got
there,
any
Bill.
rhubarb.
I was
Oh,
because Feet
show
has just
time.
put in.
I'm going to switch off.
Feet has just put in maybe a one shot or two as a backup. And if you do fancy a one shot, you can always go over to DIYFlavorChaser.co.uk, the only place you can buy DIY mixers and see what it's really like for a mixer to be doing some of the best mixes in the world. You can go over there and get it from DIYFlavorChaser.co.uk. And you can get it for the nice, handsome price of, after using a code,
£7.65.
after using Benny 10.
Yep.
And that will make you 200 mils of juice. And like I say, if you got a one shot from DIYFlavorChaser.co.uk, you could see what it's like when you have a mixer and you get to that level where you are producing their mixes, and then think, oh yeah, I can do this, because they're just normal people. There you go.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you can, trust me, because the people that are on there, if they can mix it, you can mix it. That's pretty much what it is.
So yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, Craig is behind.
and if you're inclined to really deep dive into it, you know, somebody has a flavor Bible here that's actually pretty damn spot on and pretty good. Give you a
Yeah,
good
can we
guide.
put the link in chat?
Yeah, if you do want, like, if you didn't know that Liam spent a hell of a lot of time making a little flavor Bible that's free, that you
Yes.
can look through, and he's got all his notes on there for single flavor testing. So you can get some ideas off of that, what you think they're going to be are. Scales for use measures 0.1G, not 0.1G. Said Mowgli.
Yeah, because
Okay,
if
that's
you
the link to Liam's flavour
yeah,
Bible.
if you go onto Amazon and type in mixing scales, you'll get all sorts of scales, and some of them aren't accurate enough for mixing.
Just saying, I started buying flavors with 5 stars at Bull City. We did have that. Where are we? Just going back up. Richard's saying that you guys told me to find the flavours I like. I've tried strawberry and kiwi. It came out great. First time ever. Bought my new supplies. There you go.
Yeah, Craig's now caught up, I think. Yeah.
And welcome, Bill. Anyway, well, welcome, Bill. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. How are you and how was the golf?
It was like, 18 year old's temperature, like 65 here.
All right.
Ooh,
Nice short sleeves, Then I had to make a stop on the way because the phone place happened to screw a few things up. So I had to make a quick stop there. That's the reason I was a little later getting here.
Ah, right.
Have it all sorted, as you would say.
Sorted.
Yes.
Yeah. The 0.1 gram is cheaper at Amazon now, but it's not accurate enough for our purpose. You want a 0.001. Yeah. It's still under $50. Yeah. What's that one that you've got then, Bill? That scale that you've got there? What? Because Hip Hop Juice is saying they use them and they're brilliant scales.
Yeah. It's the AWS 501.
Yeah, isn't that the same one DeMilla and everyone has too, right?
Yeah. And it's nice. It's a little more than those that you're all talking about there. But I'll tell you what, the batteries don't last forever because I've had this thing for like almost 4 years now and I've never changed the batteries.
3 years I haven't changed the battery.
I had my scales for 6 years and they only died on me the other day.
Well, I've got the charger to plug in. I mean, if I ever need to just run it, but I haven't ever plugged this thing in.
Greg saying, damn, I paused to go to the John and forgot to fast forward.
That's what I thought. You had somehow paused it or something. Click.
And Zippy's saying it's minus 50 there. Minus 50. I won't even get out of fucking bed.
Oh, Zippy lives in a tundra. So literally.
I was reading about that the other day, mind. Apparently, minus 50 over there is damn cold.
Yeah.
But to a lot of Canadians that come over here, it feels a lot colder over here at -4, -5.
Do you know?
Because of the dampness.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what Dave said. He was saying that when he came over here, he thought it was cold here because of the dampness. That's what we were saying. It was.
It's like here in New England, it's the same issue. You get a lot of high humidity. So it's hot or cold that you feel like this 10-degree window can feel like brutally hot or brutally cold underneath.
Yeah, it properly gets into your bones.
Yep.
Oh, it's a dry heat.
Yeah.
Are
we still talking peach? No, we've moved on from peach.
But that's why we struggle with the heat as well, because of that humidity.
Yeah.
It just stifles.
Yeah. Mowgli saying, my batteries lasted 18 months with my 501, but I mix it almost every day. And Swampy saying his scales died last week.
Oh, I'll get my new scales. I'll show
Oh,
off.
have you also got? What you got? If you are in the UK,
let me take my blanket off.
Have you got a blanket on?
I got a blanket on.
Oh, you little old man with his blanket.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you and your blanket.
Maybe a fucking rocking chair next, won't it?
You're blanky. His chair's broken. I can see through it.
Yeah.
So they never put batteries in my 501, always plugs in.
Mine just had the batteries, I think, when it came with them or whatever. I basically just stuck them in and never, I only mix like once every 2.5 years.
Oh, look at them. They're nice.
Yeah, they're
You see, Bill makes these 500 milliliter, 500 milliliter bottles. So he mixes like twice a year. That's all he needs.
Yeah, my batteries
I don't
last
know if
longer
that'll
that way.
focus.
Though. It's a digital scale.
It's a Kubi BM3.
Not legal for
Not
trade.
for legal trade. You can't. So what? Don't be showing that, Liam. It's not legal for trade.
It's not legal.
It's not legal, mate.
And now he's
can't
a
mix
fuzzy.
it.
Now we have
Yeah.
a fuzzy. Liam.
I'm not mixing the
Yeah.
blue shots with this.
Since it's not legal, Liam fuzzied his face over, so no one
Yeah,
will know
fuzzed
who
it
he
over,
is.
yeah. So we couldn't see how it was.
Liam is now witness protection.
Yeah.
They're 1 kilogram scales, mine, which most of the little pocket ones are only 200
200 to 500.
gram.
200 to 500.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that was the
And,
downgrade on this one. This one only goes to 200. The newer one that has the actual calibration. My old one, it doesn't calibrate. That one goes to 5.
Yeah, it was a bit more expensive at 20 quid, but it's also USB as well.
All right.
So you can power it. from
Yeah, this
USB.
one does too. This one actually has a USB port, so you can power it up and charge it.
How many people in chat actually calibrate their scales?
I just did.
don't-
That's what I was doing there for a second. I just
I've got
calibrated.
those up here.
They were not accurate. They were off a little bit by 0.07.
Yeah, I think mine need recalibrating. I was
Yeah.
struggling last night.
Those here, the calibration deals for it.
Right.
Yep. Mine has it in it, came with it.
That's for him to weigh those big bags of.
Yeah.
ingredients he has
Yeah, you
behind
just need
him.
to put those on a balance scale. It's like, ooh, that's a there you go.
You just use pennies or something, right, Graham?
I use 2Ps. It's an
Yeah,
old,
those
it's an old trick I learned from a
But-
chemist.
But
Yeah.
but you can buy the calibration weights on Amazon. They're not expensive.
Yeah, Craig says, I calibrate, got the weights, 200 grams and 300 grams.
But you have to check your manual because each scale needs they might need a slightly different weight to
Yeah.
calibrate.
You also should calibrate at least every 6 months. I
Fee
have-
said Fee's calibrated once.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
So-
everybody just calibrates once and then forgets about
I
it.
think-
I calibrated it
will go
once. I
off.
mean, it's good, right?
Yeah.
It's one thing, never I wing it.
I mean, you can tell if you're mixing a 200 mil bottle and you got to put in 400 mil of stuff, you're probably calibrating.
yeah.
I think your scale might not be working right if you're not that much.
It's a Mowgli Vape says Steam On has a good 501 calibration video on YouTube.
I've got it all here. So you know if it doesn't match up with what you're weighing, then
Yeah, they
you
there's something wrong.
probably
Yeah.
need to calibrate.
You also
Um,
got to remember, as it gets colder, your density of your juices gets
Yeah,
thicker.
well,
so
this is what
you-
Tony just said. I do it every 3 months when I mix no fans or AC on.
Yeah, because as the temperature is like when I was doing it up in the lab during the summer, I was like, I can't mix. I can't make anything because all the weights will be off. So I had to wait for a certain time of day for the certain temperature to below a certain temperature, so the densities of my juices. Because if you start doing it in massive quantities, it really does affect.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
so slightly off, it will really affect. it.
sure.
When you're just dripping, I don't think it's.
If you're trying to
Sure.
do consistent,
Sure.
if you're making
Surely the
consistent
tech-
mixes, yeah.
Surely the temperature doesn't. It makes it thicker, but it doesn't affect the weight, though. Surely.
It all depends how you mix. If you mix with the colder it is, the denser it's going to get. The hotter it is, the less dense it's going to get. If you're mixing by weight, it's okay. But what is it? Milliliters. If you mix by milliliters of weight, you're always going to be slightly off. So you have to keep it at a certain temperature. It's not worried about if you're going to DIY. That's just if it's.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
don't know
say,
why
for-
we're going on
for,
about
for
it. It doesn't matter
DIY
when you
purposes.
DIY.
It's actually better when you mix a bigger bottle because then you can be off by a little and it doesn't affect it. If you're mixing a real small quantity, then you got to be real precise because just an extra drop will make the flavor go off the
There's a
deep.
big difference between mixing one of these and one of these.
Yeah,
That's-
that's the other bit of advice for Billy Lee as well. It's when you mix up the recipe, don't jump feet first and mix up 200 mil of it. Start small, mix 20 to 30 mil.
yeah.
30 is probably a good because at least with 30 you can under drip or over drip by a little. It won't affect it as
I
much.
quite often do
30,
25 because like if you're trying to shake it, sometimes you won't get a good shake. A little bit of air in there helps you shake it and it helps it steep a little quicker.
Well, if you put it in a 60 mil bottle, you can mix 30.
Yeah, or unless
Yeah,
you put in
30
60.
mil, 60 mil, well, yeah.
Yeah. But if you're doing a 30 ml bottle, yeah.
Craig D says gravity, son. Gravity.
Gravity.
One of these.
Another thing which was invented in Britain, Bill.
What, gravity?
Gravity?
Oh, yeah. Invented, huh? Yes.
So if they hadn't invented it, would everybody float away?
Yeah.
Along with
Yeah,
apple
they
pie
also
and baseball.
Invented air and oxygen as well, you know, and trees.
He also said he starts with the 500 gram, need to test 200 gram first, and 300 gram, and the whatchamacall, Tritons.
Yeah,
Mowgli's saying that start Steam On's video at 4:30, and you might get done by about 12.
Might get done by 12.
No, it just says start at 4 minutes 30 to get right to it. If you want to have a look at that.
And the other thing to remember is steeping as well, because
Yes.
it's not mentioned a lot now in DIY. Everybody seems to, oh, we'll try it next week to see if it's good. I see that so many times now. Everybody seems to be a lot more rushy about.
Yeah, I still see on Facebook groups that if it's not great off a shake, tip it out because it's not going to get any better. And that's completely wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Give it
It
some
is.
time. If you don't like it now, you might like it in a week, and it might taste worse. But you
Yeah.
got to wait a week to find
Bill
out.
said some things that after about a month's with the steeping or longer, you like them.
But
at first
Well, I mean, depend. Like the custards, if you let it go 3 weeks, you get something fantastic. After a couple of weeks, it's good, but it's fantastic after 3. Other stuff, the caramel apple here is still no. That's
again, a lot of that comes down to individual tastes. It's like on one shots, we always specify the steep time on the one shot, but that's more of a guideline as opposed to a hard and fast rule, because the person that set that is obviously the mixer, and their taste buds and your taste buds. So you might like it fresher, you might like it steep longer. So I always say that when you mix up something, try it fresh, straight off a shake, then put it away, try it after a couple of days or a week, and then keep trying it weekly. Then for a month or two, because then you know where it gets to. Oh, well, I really liked it fresh, but after about 3 weeks, it really fell off. So you know that you mix it up, you can vape it from the shake, and for your tastes, you need to vape it all before the 3 weeks is up.
Yeah.
So you only mix it.
That's a good rule. Some people don't do because they think I got to steep everything and they won't test it off the shake. And there are mixes I've made that off the shake were absolutely delicious, but you let them steep for a week and they're like, it's all right.
Well, some stuff fades off, and then so what I occasionally do on that is if I've got something I've had for a while and something starts to fade and I really want it in there, then I either go boost it or give it another couple of drops of the same thing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
See, the way I mix, as I said, I always try everything off a shake. If it tastes good off a shake, I actually want it to carry on tasting good all the way through those testing periods. If it drops off, then I know I've done something to the recipe and I need to go back to revisit the recipe so it then tastes great all the way through or gets better.
Billy was thinking 30ml bottles. It's one thing he only mixes in 60ml at a time. Mug was saying I mix 25ml in 30ml bottles, 55 in 60ml bottles, and 115 and 120 to leave room to shake it. Maybe shake it.
Yeah, because it does shake better that way. You get a more thorough shake before you do your initial test off the shake.
And so I'm thinking, I gave my rhubarb and custard 6 months. Sorry, Bill, go on.
If you're doing a 240 ml bottle, only makes 235. You'll get a little room to shake the other 5. That's
Bill, if you show us that again, I want to make sure you got the shake right.
If you get these bottles, these type of bottles for
you can use it for tomato sauce as well.
Yeah, but they're fantastic for PG and VG as well.
They're also good for.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are they? Because are they good for PG?
Have you got them?
They're also good to just like mix in, but see, you leave a little room at the top, and then.
Oh, I just had to make her the Eddie's blueberry coffee in a 500 ml. So, yeah.
And if you want to start going more into, you can always get things like just a cheap label maker.
Yeah, he talks me into getting a label maker. I've only used it fucking once.
Yeah, or you can just get some tape and a Sharpie.
Yeah.
Or a Sharpie on a piece of paper and sellotape over.
Yeah. Mogi says 2013 Grant's custard took 5+ weeks in Max VG. It was gross one day and delicious less than a week later.
Yep. Yeah, that custard's a long steeper. I think I use this custard V1, right?
Yes.
Cap custard V1, and that's a long steeper.
Yeah. Craig saying all of them guys who bought the used bottle shots steeped for a year and all that. Come on now.
Yeah, I've known people that have thrown stuff away and they say they like it after a year, but I think you can pretty much guarantee that they're not trying it every single week.
I'm
for
just
a year.
warning you,
So-
the Flavor Smiths thing, their guideline, some of it was up to like 12, 13, 14 weeks for the suggested
Yeah.
steep times. It's like wildly like open door on their process. So it's
Yeah, but
like,
see, the
you,
thing
you
is,
figure it
talk
out yourself.
about-
We'll just give you guidelines that are extremely vague.
You talk about the steep times and everything, and then people wanting to be in a hurry. The thing is, like when I make my vanilla custard, it takes a while to steep. But if you make a 220 mil of it, when you get down to 120 mil, you mix another bottle. It's going to take you that amount of time to get through the left 120 in that bottle. And by the time you get done with it, the one you made is now ready to go.
And if you make like 4, like Bill does, by the time you get to that next bottle, I mean, you've had 4 birthdays.
Yeah, and it's steeped fine. That's the thing. It's had plenty of time. If you're doing it 30 mil at a time, you can go through that quick, and then you're going to have to wait on it to steep. So you really got to stay out ahead of the game. If you've got an all day vape that you're going to continue to make and vape.
Dave said he got a cheap Bluetooth label printer off of Amazon. Perfect.
Yep.
And Craig saying if something ain't good after 2 months, it's shite.
If it isn't
not
good
gonna
after
get
2
better.
months, it might be good later, but is it really even worth making? If it
Yeah.
takes at
Send
least
it to
2 months to
Graham.
steep, it's
No,
like,
No, for me, if something takes that long to actually taste nice, then I know I've messed up in the recipe somewhere, and I gotta go back and revisit that recipe to get it tasting nicer sooner.
yeah, I figure if it hasn't like 5-6 weeks, if it's not like where it should be, then it's not worth the wait. Who wants to mix that far ahead?
Yeah. Mowgli's had my
Okay.
9-year-old brother label maker is still 100%. I print at least 5 labels a week. It was tall, but still running perfectly. And Dusty's saying they'll have to try that Mowgli vapes. We'll have to try it. That's all about the Grant's custard.
Yeah, Grant's custard's good. I mixed up a version of it for Noted one week for recipe week. Or
Gary Hughes, you all right? Welcome. We're just about to go, but welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Well, it seems like we haven't been here that long.
I feel like Bill. It feels like our conversation's been really short today. I don't know.
It has, yeah. So right, yeah, we are coming up to that time. Unfortunately, it is nearly 10:30. Don't forget, we're nearly 100 show. Next week is our 100th show on officially 100 show on the UK Liquid Mix show. It's not our 100 show, but it's officially the 100 show of UK Liquid Mixes show. Obviously, this has been going longer than that.
Right, because we had Barney and friends.
We did have Barney and Friends.
Barney and
originally,
Friends, yes.
We did have a Barney and Friends, but now it's obviously the UK Liquid Mixture show. But we have done next week is 100, the 100th show, and then between Christmas and New Year we'll be having our annual office party, which is on the Wednesday night, which will be the vodka mixing show. So don't forget to get order your vodka up now if you're ordering it in. Get all your mixing stuff out, and we'll be enjoying that with a little bit of a tipple between Christmas.
Custard vodka.
Yeah, custard vodka. Yeah, I'm going to do some Vimto vodka this year. That's what I've got some of that Vimto.
I'm still not buying vodka. I'm gonna buy rum or something.
And
But I might not even do flavors.
cheesecake.
I might not even do flavors. I might just get drunk.
Yeah.
Just drink.
So order up some super sweet, basically, is what it
Yes,
comes
super.
down to.
Don't forget your super
Yeah.
sweet. Yes, get a big bottle of super sweet. That's what you need. Which I need to order some more up, so I'll have to get some of that. So what we'll do now is we will go around and say our goodbyes. We will start with Bill, same as your last one, the first one that said.
Hello, and thanks, chat. You guys were great the first hour of the show, and the last half hour it kind of fell off a little, but no, it's always good. You know, everybody always has some good questions, good input, and everything, and it's nice to keep things rolling along. And we appreciate chat on this show probably more so than a lot of others because it's just an interactive type thing, and it's really good. You can catch me on Sunday nights, normally on the Late Night Vape Show with the bald-headed cab driver right after NUVS. And I will throw it to the guy that's on every mixing show in the world.
Benny.
Never done me.
Yeah, Josh dropped the calendar in chat for the mixing shows. Thank you, Graham, for getting that started. Thank you, not for helping out keeping it going.
Yeah, I did warn you.
Hey.
I was just like, right, it's yours now. You're on every show.
But there, yeah, you can catch me on most of the shows. Tonight, Golf Tea Vapes at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then, yeah, we'll be doing some mixing tonight. Having a lot of fun. Hashtag Aero Bar Challenge will be coming soon. I'm going to mix up a couple recipes just to get it started. And then we'll just go for it and let me know what you guys can make. And sometimes Authentic's not always the tastiest. Because as we said with like Dave's is actually quite long for that Kinder bar. You should definitely mix it up if you can. That is a very delicious recipe. There's a bunch of them that's going to be going out to Nick soon, and that's what will be announced. I'll let him announce those winners. I will be releasing the blind mystery flavor mix that came before I got the mystery flavor off guesses in the community. I released that recipe. It actually turned out really good. That's why I'm vaping it in a tank. So, yeah, that'll be coming. And I will pass it to the one who'll make you spend way too much money if you talk to him before you order, Graham.
Okay, so if you're doing the Nestle Aero Bar, the closest Nestle chocolate you're going to get is Jungle Flavors milk chocolate. That is nearly perfect to Nestle chocolate. Just to let you help you out there.
Well, they mix one up.
You can catch us over on Monkey on Juice as long with Liam, Nick, who's just absent without leave now. So if you need to mix and got any questions you want to ask, I'll put it in chat here. And a big thanks to chat. You've been great this week. And it's been quite fun talking about getting started with mixing again. Kind of takes you down memory lane of what you were doing and stuff when I start. And don't be afraid if you're going to make shit juice when you first start. You do. And you go, just keep going, and it'll all come together. It took me 1.5 years to get a cream right.
And
You
Ben
still can't taste it.
I still can't taste it, yeah.
And I'll pass it over to Liam.
Thanks, chat. Been great this week, as you are every week. It's always fun interacting with everybody in chat, seeing all the usual faces and some new faces as well. Always good to interact and try and help out if we can. And please visit DIYFlavorchaser.co.uk for all your one-shot needs. As I was saying earlier, last post for second class is going to be the 12th of December. I mean, I can still post them out, but you may not get it before Christmas, even though you might not actually get it before Christmas now anyway.
Yeah.
With all the strikes and everything going on.
You.
But I will be posting out right up until day before Christmas Eve, right up until the 23rd. I'll be dropping them in the post box. They might not get collected, but they will be dispatched from Flavor Chaser HQ. And use code Benny10 to get yourself 10% off, which drops the price down from £8.50 to £7.65. And I will pass it over to Benny.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody in chat, for keeping us going. Absolutely fantastic. You are what makes this show. Thank you very much to my fellow casters for joining me week in, week out. Obviously, I'll be sat here talking to myself.
Apart from him down there.
See, except from Bill that comes and goes when he wants. Bit of nice weather, he goes off golfing.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, so thank you very much for fellow casters for joining us. These are wealth of knowledge on the panel here to help people out, and it has been good to someone ask, to sort of point a new mixer out. So if you are a new mixer and you have any questions, just drop them in chat. No question is a silly question. Don't forget to check out our wonderful sponsor, the only place you can buy DIY mixers in the community. The only place now you can buy them is at DIYFlavorchaser.co.uk, and you can get 200ml of juice by buying the one shot. And if you use code Benny10, they are
£7.65.
£7.65. So go over and check them out, see what's on there, and see what you can pick out. You might find the flavour that you like. I know Bill Mick's enjoying the coconut one. What's that one that he's been doing, Bill? It's got is he a coconut one that's on there? No,
I don't do coconut.
No, Mick.
Oh,
Mick.
I don't know.
Is it a cookie one? Cookie
I don't
something?
pay attention to Mick.
So, but yeah.
Mick's talking about mixing.
So on the way out, don't forget to put a thumbs up. It does help us out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's absolutely fantastic. It keeps us all going. So yeah, do that when you're on the way out. And if you're new, just give us a little bit of a like, a little bit of subscribe, and don't forget to comment if you are watching on replay. Thank you very much, and we'll see you all again next week. Good night.
Bye.
Night all.